Hey everyone, welcome to English Fluency Tips. Today I've got an inspiring story to share with you, one that's all about perseverance, self belief, and the power of never giving up, even when things get really tough. Whether you're learning English or chasing any dream, this story is a powerful reminder that every step counts, no matter how small. So, get comfortable, relax, and let's dive into the journey of Aisha. She's a girl who faced challenges but never let them stop her from reaching her goals. Her story might just remind you of your own. By varying your tone, once upon a time, in a small town filled with vibrant colors and bustling markets, there lived a girl named Aisha. Aisha was a bright and curious student, full of dreams and aspirations. She often gazed at the world map on her wall, envisioning herself traveling to far off places, meeting people from different cultures, and experiencing life beyond her small town. But there was one significant challenge standing in her way: learning English. The English language seemed daunting to Aisha. It was like a vast ocean filled with complex rules, strange pronunciations, and an endless sea of vocabulary words. At first, she found herself overwhelmed by the sheer volume of it all. Simple words twisted on her tongue, and she often mixed up verb tenses, leaving her feeling frustrated and defeated. In her English classes, Aisha would feel her heart race with anxiety whenever the teacher called on her. Her classmates appeared to grasp the language effortlessly, laughing and chatting as if it were second nature to them. Meanwhile, Aisha felt like she was stuck in quicksand, doubting her abilities and wondering if she would ever be able to speak English fluently. What if I never get it? She thought, her mind clouded with self doubt. One sunny afternoon, seeking solace, Aisha decided to take a walk in the park. The gentle breeze rustled the leaves and the sun painted everything in warm hues. As she strolled along the winding path, she overheard a group of children laughing and chatting in English. They were playing games, their joy contagious as they shared stories with one another. Aisha felt a pang of sadness wash over her, wishing more than anything to join in their fun. I'll never be able to speak like them, she thought, her heart heavy. But as she walked home, something shifted within her. She remembered her dreams of exploring new places and meeting people from different backgrounds. She realized that giving up was simply not an option. Determined to change her approach, Aisha made a promise to herself. She would embrace her learning journey, no matter how challenging it became. The next day, Aisha took a deep breath and devised a plan. Instead of fixating on her mistakes, she decided to celebrate her small victories. She began reading simple books that captured her imagination and watching English cartoons, repeating the phrases she heard until they felt familiar. With every new word she learned, Aisha felt a spark of triumph igniting within her, a step closer to her goal. Aisha also started keeping a journal in English. At first, her entries were simple and filled with errors, but she didn't let that discourage her. She poured her thoughts onto the pages, writing about her day, her dreams, and even her fears. This act of writing helped her organize her thoughts and express herself in a way that felt safe and personal. Each word felt like a brushstroke on the canvas of her life. One day, while browsing the internet, Aisha stumbled upon a language exchange website. Her heart raced with excitement as she hesitated, unsure of whether to sign up. Finally, mustering her courage, she clicked the button. A few days later, she received a message from a friendly boy named Sam. They agreed to meet online for practice sessions, and Aisha's heart fluttered with anticipation. At their first meeting, A wave of nervousness washed over Aisha. What if I can't keep up? She thought, anxiety creeping in. But as they began to talk, she quickly discovered that Sam was kind and patient. He encouraged her whenever she stumbled over words, reminding her with a warm smile that mistakes were simply part of the learning process. They laughed together, practiced speaking, and shared stories about their lives. With Sam's support, Aisha began to regain her confidence, feeling a lightness in her heart. As the months passed, Aisha continued to improve her English skills. She joined a local English club where she met other learners just like her. They would gather every week, sharing laughter and stories while playing games and discussing books. Aisha found a sense of belonging in that space, realizing that everyone had their struggles and they all shared a common goal to become fluent in English. One day, the club announced a storytelling competition, and Aisha's heart raced with a mix of excitement and fear. Could I really tell a story in English in front of an audience? She wondered. After a moment of hesitation, she decided to take on the challenge. Aisha spent hours preparing, pouring her heart into her story about a girl who overcomes her fears. She practiced in front of a mirror, recorded herself, and even shared her story with her family for feedback, her nerves fluttering each time. When the day of the competition arrived, Aisha felt her heart racing like a drum in her chest. Standing backstage, she could hear the applause and cheers from the audience, a wave of encouragement washing over her. Taking a deep breath, she reminded herself of her journey. She had worked hard, faced her fears, and this was her chance to shine. As she stepped onto the stage, her nerves transformed into determination. With each word, Aisha spoke clearly and passionately about her story. She shared how she had once felt lost and afraid, but had learned to embrace her journey. The audience listened intently, and she could see their smiles, their nods of understanding. When she finished, the room erupted in applause, and Aisha felt a rush of joy. In that moment, she realized she had conquered her fears. Although Aisha didn't win the competition, she felt like a champion. She had faced her anxiety, shared her voice, and inspired others with her journey. From that day forward, she understood that learning a language wasn't just about perfection. It was about perseverance, courage, and believing in herself. As Aisha continued her English learning journey, she inspired her friends and family to pursue their dreams as well. She never gave up, and with each passing day, she grew more fluent and confident. In the end, Aisha learned that every small step mattered and that with dedication and the support of others, anything was possible. So if you ever feel like giving up on your language journey, remember Aisha's story. Keep pushing forward, celebrate your victories, and believe in yourself.